This is the Men, Women and Children teaser trailer, and it is a teen drama genre. The first two shots of the trailer are of the institutional logos involved in the creation of the film. This is to bring in a secondary audience of the fans of the institutions. We then see a long shot panning through the canteen at a school. We then follow a male character, who we assume is the main character, walking down a school hallway. He is wearing a hoodie and a backpack, whilst the people around him are in casual clothing in jeans, hoodies, backpacks as well. This indicates the teen genre and emphasises the age of the characters in the movie. Above their heads are a hologram of text messages. This brings in the theme of social media and teens' addiction to social media, as almost everyone in the shot is on their phone. The shot then fades into a mid-shot of a boy on his phone in his room. From the message he is texting, we can see he is sexting. This is a typical action completed by teenagers, and on his face is a bland expression, but he seems concentrated. He is again in casual clothing. The scene then cuts to a girl receiving the text. She is in a yellow shirt and a vest top, with blonde hair, quite the stereotypical teen character. The colour yellow indicates happiness, which could indicate the youth and her age. The text message reads, "What would you do to me if I was tied up?" Her face seems quite confused, but she responds. She's walking through a shopping mall, again a stereotypical teen place to hang out. There is then a shot of him walking past her on a football field. She is a cheerleader and he is a jock. These are two stock characters in the teen genre. As she is blonde, it's stereotypical of the cheerleader character. This indicates the status of popularity, which is a common theme in the American teen genre, and the idea that they have a secretive relationship as they do not stop and talk. This brings in the theme of relationships early on to the trailer. The shot then fades into a girl, an extreme close-up of the girl putting on a bright pink lipstick. She's wearing black gloves, and then fades into an over-the-shoulder shot of her looking into a mirror with a pink wig on, taking a picture on her phone. This has connotations of the anime genre and of erotica, and again holds a secretive tone. And she is alone. This is not a typical thing that we expect from a teenager to be dressed, and it's very outgoing and brings in the maturity that teenagers are now experiencing. The shot then fades into a couple in bed on their phones as they both turn to look at something. The fact that they both look at the same time in synchrony indicates the robotic nature of their relationship, and the colours of their bedspreads are multiple shades of brown, creating a quite boring and bland reputation of their marriage. This is stereotypical of adults and parents in teen movies, as they are seen to be the quite boring characters who have to bring sanity to the teenagers' lives. There is then a shot of the same woman looking over her shoulder in her office to see if anyone is watching. The way the camera is positioned is in such a way that we are seen as the peeping co-workers in the shot. Her computer screen is projected onto the shot, alike to the high school shot previously in the hallway where we see the text messages. She types, "I've forgotten what it's like to be desired," which shows the idea that in a lot of modern relationships people tend to be quite lackluster, and this indicates the idea of her possibly having an affair later on in the movie. It's quite, we don't know the website she is sending this to, so it creates enigma. The shot then cuts to a couple of quick shots of her with a black male. As he is black, we know he is not her husband because we've seen her husband previously in bed. This then emphasises the idea of an affair. And there is a mid-shot of the two in bed. They are both naked and she is lying on his chest, staring blankly off into the distance. This indicates that she has been unfaithful. The shot then fades into a shot of a young girl in a hospital bed, frantically texting. Her parents are asleep in the background, which indicates she has only recently gone to hospital. This over-the-shoulder style shot as the jock walks towards the camera and she stands in the background. He texts a message who we assume goes to her. You didn't tell anyone, right? The use of this indicates the non-linear structure of the trailer, as we assume this has happened before she goes into hospital. You can see her standing in the background looking quite longingly towards him, evidently saddened by the text, and again brings in the theme of unrequited love and social media, two evident themes in teenage lives. There is then a shot of a housewife looking at her phone, concerned, with an anonymous character whom we don't know message on her phone. The display picture of the character is of a video game, which is again a common theme in teenagers, so we assume he is much younger than her. The idea that the fact that the text reads just feeling so alone and empty indicates the emotional notion of teenagers. It then fades back into the character we were following in the first shot as he scrolls through a Facebook feed. The shot moves into an extreme close-up of his eyes looking at the feed, and he is crying, which indicates that he was not aware that these photos were being taken. The age of the characters in the photo indicate that they are his parents, or possibly one of his parents with another person. There is then a bird's eye view shot of a girl on a bike, then fading into the same housewife looking at her phone with a tracker in the background of the shot. This shows the protective nature of adults and parents and indicates the secretive nature of teenagers. There is then a mid-shot of the man previously seen in the bed in a suit and tie, again emphasising his age. He is looking at an escort website which is then projected onto the shot, so as if we are looking at the same thing as him. He seems very mesmerised by the idea of having an escort, showing the immaturity of adults as well as children. The couple then feature in the next shot as a long shot, and they seem quite happy, which indicates they are again secretive, and it's not just teenagers that have a high sense of privacy. The two teenagers are then seen in the library, assumingly a school library, emphasising the teen genre. A text message appears saying, "I'm going to break your face," from an unknown person. This brings in the theme of anonymous bullying, which occurs a lot in teenagers' lives. They're in quite casual clothing, and shows that they are shows their young, youthful nature. There is then a shot with them in focus and someone in the background throwing something at the girl's head. He gets up, and there is a quick succession of shots as he punches someone and slams them onto a table. The anger in his face indicates the irrational nature of teenage boys and the stereotypical belief in strength and masculinity, and the idea that he is protecting his girlfriend. Fights are also a common occurrence in teenage movies, as they show conflict. The shot then fades back onto the girl from the hospital bed, scrolling through an array of images on a website of quite unhealthily thin girls. The theme of anorexia and mental illness is common in a lot of teen movies, as it's quite relatable for young girls, as they have a strong belief in body image and having to look perfect. This creates enigma and makes us wonder if that's why she was in hospital. The shot then fades onto a shot of a teenage girl with America's Next Big Celebrity on the background. She is the blonde girl from the first shot, and this makes us think she wants to be a celebrity. This brings in the idea of the American dream and the idea that a lot of teenage girls want to be famous. From here on, the shot starts to get faster, which indicates that they have introduced all of the storylines that will appear in the movie, but have left quite a lot of enigma through the quick succession of shots. As they get faster, they show small scenes from each of the subplots from the movie. The teenage girl is seen crying, which indicates the emotional nature of a lot of teenage girls. The music also begins to speed up, and there is an added sound in the background of isolated ambulance ringing, which adds tension and speeds up not only the pace of the trailer but the pace of the music. This then quickly comes to a stop as we go into the shot of whom we assume is the main character, typing on his phone, crying. The fact that he is crying subverts from the conventions of masculinity and the stereotype of masculinity, as he is seen as quite an emotional character, crying twice in the trailer. We wonder why he is crying and why he looks so distressed, not knowing what to type on his page. The title seen here is the same as seen in the previous shot of the housewife on her phone, which shows that there is a connection between the subplots. This then creates an enigma as to why there is a connection. The second a tear rolls down his face, the music comes back, and the title of the movie is typed onto the screen, continuing the theme of social media. The slogan for the trailer and the movie itself is then typed onto the screen. Reading, discover how little you know about the people you know. This leaves an enigma for the movie, and again leaves a final emphasis on the secretive tone of the whole movie, and the fact that it is typed emphasises the theme of social media. The slogan itself makes the audience ponder on their own lives and makes them question their own relationships. The final shot is in the previous setting scene of the shopping mall, and is a time lapse of a lot of people walking through the shopping mall on their phones, again showing the vast amount of people who are addicted to social media, again showing holograms of what they're doing on their phone. We then feature the end screen giving the social media details of the movie, and giving credit to the novel it is based on and the screenplay it's created by and the director. We then cut to a typical end screen showing a hashtag and a website with a completely different slogan from that of before, using the word whisper in purple font. Whisper indicates again the secretive nature of the whole trailer. The trailer as a whole features no spoken sound. As you can hear, it follows an continuous instrumental music on the background. The only sound you can hear is the synchronous sound in the shots created by technology. For example, messages being typed, or a camera going off. And the light instrumental music played is continued throughout. It speeds up, as I mentioned earlier on, with the sound of an ambulance at the end of the trailer, along with the speed of the shots to create tension. The use of no spoken sound and the quite mesmerising music emphasises the mesmerising tone of the trailer and gives the trailer a quite calming effect, allowing you to focus on the action and connect with the trailer wholly.